All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Tuesday. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed as we are awaiting Bitcoin to be making a significant move now anytime soon. This is the moment. This is the moment of decision that we have been waiting for. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Guys, as usual, if we can get 1,000 likes during the first 30 minutes of the live stream, we will be doing a 1,000 USDT giveaway. All right, 1,000 USDT giveaway. Shout out to the sponsors of the channel. Shout out to ZoomX. Shout out to MEXC. Shout out to BingX, the 3 exchanges that I am currently trading Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks, forex, indices on BingX. Also, guys, if you want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we give the juicy trade setups like this beautiful short, which we took live during the New York Open stream a few days ago, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Click the link to join the VIP Discord. We have a beginner's course in here, plus multiple instructors doing live streams multiple times a day, giving their trading plans, giving their trading setups. A great value, in my opinion. The best trading community in the world. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. A huge shout out to Pat Rick. Smack the likes before joining the stream. Shout out to John Ploney. Shout out to Daniel Hayut. Sorry if I don't say that right. Hey. Shout out to Always Leveraged. What is going on? Always Leveraged. Shout out to Ivan1381. Shout out to Barry McCockiner. Do we come back down to the local 618 before pumping? We're going to be getting into all the analysis for Bitcoin and altcoins today, guys. All right. Shout out to Aaron G holding it down with the wrench. Shout out to Real Estate Jenny. I hope it's your connection, Jenny. It could be mine. Could be mine. Shout out to Aaron G. He says, who does not like the stream and why? Shout out to Brad. He says, what's up, bro? Been watching since the last bull market, the Pikachu hat days. Got the course on Black Friday. Can say I have my first profitable account since starting in 2020. That is amazing. God bless you. Shout out to Hunches. Shout out to Armor Fatty. Shout out to Player One. He says, Shalom. Shalom lecha achi, mashlomcha. Ani mekaveh heka shehakol beseder etcha. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Shout out to Aaron G once again. Who's suppressing the price? The Dusty Hunt. What is going on? Shout out to Dragon 30K. Shout out to Subby Off X Road. He says, dumb AF SMH. Trump won Iowa delegates, says Daniel H. Didn't even know that was going on, to be honest with you. Shout out to Dread Mining in the chat. Shout out to Raphael. And shout out to Fab Cot from Qatar. May God bless you. Shout out to 12 Big Doll. Bro got treadmills in every room, LOL. Bro got a green screen in one room, LOL. Same thing, kind of. Shout out to Poor Crypto Steve. What is going on, Poor Crypto Steve? God bless you. Man, it is an interesting time for Bitcoin. Upside down glasses. We might be getting into some crazy stuff today. Shout out to Barry. Shout out to Crypto Crank. Shout out to Jay Rodenberg. And Rakesh. What is going on? Foosball News Flash. Do you post only trading setups or actually trade live? Well, if we get a live trade during a live stream, we will take it live. Shout out to your average crypto bro. Bitcoin's getting a little bit of a move down yonder. And shout out to Altan. Alrighty. Shout out to Ran Vijay from India. Shout out to everybody from India. Shout out to all my watchers from the Philippines. Shout out to all my watchers from the United States, from the UK. Shout out to everybody from Kenya. Alright, guys. Once again, if we can get 1,000 likes within the first half hour of the stream, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. How long do I stream today? It depends. It depends. All right. Well, let's get into this price action, guys. let's get right into it. So, first of all, what is most important about the Bitcoin chart right now? Because in order to understand what is going to happen short term, we need to understand what is going on the macro. And as you guys know, I am in a juicy short trade on Bitcoin from this area right here. And this is a trade that we did take live. I told everybody I was shorting from this exact level during the live stream. It's a setup that we have been waiting for a very long time because it is the Fibonacci Golden Pocket. And this is a trade that I have been publicly talking about now for a very long time. Telling everybody we got to watch out when this ETF news comes out. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are well on our way to 200,000 subscribers. All right. But yeah, you don't want to miss these updates. We gave the long setup, gave the short setup, and now, depending on literally what happens right here, is going to determine whether or not Bitcoin has another big move to the upside or we start a more long-term downtrend. All right, this is a very crucial place for Bitcoin. First of all, what has happened here? We have come up to none other than the Fibonacci Golden Pocket from the bull market all-time high in November 2021 to the low that we put in after FTX went under in November 2022. And just to build a little bit of context here, again, we were warning about this, and guys, I was super bullish, okay? When we were trading in this ascending triangle, I was putting $500,000 onto Bitcoin from these lows. I was making my bullish cases for why I expected a new high. And look, those long trades played out. We were warning about the resistance. Are we going to see these massive short trades play out? Historically speaking, when Bitcoin hits the Fibonacci Golden Pocket, all right, let's just take a quick look. I know I've gone through this a few times before, but look at what happens historically speaking during these Bitcoin bull and bear cycles, okay? This goes all the way back to 2012, this pattern. We establish a base during the bull market. We get a big move to the downside, and then we get a bear market rally right up to the key fib level, and then we get a retracement that comes right back down to the base that we established during the bull market, between 40 to 50%, pretty much every single time. 2012, we came up to the 0.5 Fibonacci, we retested our base at about $7, and then the white line is the halving, boom, into the next bull market. All right, 2016, what happens? We establish a base during the bull market. We lose it, massive bear market, and then we reclaim that base. We come up right into the Fibonacci 618 level, and from that place we get a pretty significant retracement, about 41%, right down to retest our base, which is that green line, the support we established during the bull market. The white line is the halving, and then boom, off into the next bull market. 2020, what happens? Bitcoin establishes a base of support during the bull market. Then we lose it. Then we reclaim it. Massive bear market rally right into the Fibonacci 618 level. And then we get a retracement of about 50% to retest our base. Now, we did have a black swan event that brought us down 72%. But one could argue, I'm not saying you should, but one definitely could argue that this black swan event maybe we could ignore. Okay, but whatever the case, that does not change the fact that on the high time frames, we rejected from the macro 618, and we definitely did find support on this base. Okay, because anybody who bought spot at $6,000 was definitely in the juiciest profits. Then the white line is the halving, boom, another all-time high. Okay, another all-time high, and we establish a base of support during the bull market. Now, what is happening right now? We are coming up to none other than the Fibonacci Golden Pocket retracement from the high to the low. That is where we're currently rejecting from right now. This is why we were looking for that level in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, because golden pockets are just the juice, right? The golden pocket. Now, what happened as we hit that golden pocket? Because this is also very important. The 618 fib. Why is the 618 fib? Why am I so obsessed with this level? Well, it's because the 618 Fibonacci is actually a female. Okay, she is a female, and her name is 6 Juanita, my high school crush. Here's a picture of her, actually. Had a really big thing for this chick. Some of you might have heard about her before. A few of you might know about Six Juanita. Turns out, guys, I was in the friend zone, even though I thought that she liked me. She was just kind of using me because I would let her copy off my tests and my homework and all this. So when I asked her out on a date, she gave me the face, she gave me the hand, and it left me heartbroken. Now this is a picture of what happened here. You can see from that 6 Juanita Fibonacci level. Bam! Alright, a big move to the downside. Bear flag consolidation. So I figure out, okay, what just happened here? And then once I realize it's for real, she rejected me. Another move to the downside. Very similar to actually what's happened right here. Right? We had ourselves, from that 6 Juanita, a big move to the downside. Bear flag. Boom! Now another bear flag. Okay? Now, this is where things get very interesting. Why? 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 That's the question every man has after getting rejected. Why? It's because she wasn't into nice guys like your boy Jay Casper. No, she was into criminals like Sam Bankman-Fried, the guy who steals money from people and launders it to countries whose names I will not say on the internet, and does drugs in the Bahamas with his friends. Now, notice something about Sam Bankman-Fried. Strange, yet true. The mammary glands, or should I say the mammary glands, are crooked, uneven, the left much larger than the right. Now, medically, this is known actually as a bearish divergence. And if we take a look right now at the chart on the daily time frame, we can see that as Bitcoin got the cojones and the testicular girth and the fortitude of loins to ask out 6 Juanita on a date, who is standing right there watching? None other than our arch nemesis, Sam Bankman-Fried himself. And we have gotten the rejection. Now, you might think to yourself, it's game over. You might think to yourself, Jay Casper will never have a girlfriend ever in his life. He's too nice of a guy, right? He just doesn't have confidence with girls. He can't make eye contact. You know, low self-esteem. Introverted. And 6 Juanita is way out of his league. Well, here's the thing. I might have a chance. I might have a chance, and here's why. When we look at this daily time frame right now, one thing is abundantly clear. Abundantly clear. Since November 2022, we have been in a massive uptrend. Okay, since November 2022, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. All right, on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame. Now, unless we lose $40,000, there is no sign of weakness on this chart. Unless we lose $40,000 Bitcoin, which comes in right here, I'm going to draw a nice thick green line for us to see. Green and thick. I like my trend lines the way I like my women. Green and thick, baby. Now, look at this. Unless we lose this level, there is zero weakness on the daily time frame. Why? Because what would tell us that we're entering into a downtrend? It would be to make a lower low. Once you start making lower lows on the daily time frame, that is tipping us off that potentially this is a trend reversal. And then we would look for a lower high and then another lower low down to key areas of support. Okay? But look at this. Even though we got a significant move to the downside, we are still holding roughly this trend line right here. This trend line right here. Now again, remember, as we were down here before, things were looking extremely bullish. So bullish that I had no problem making videos saying I'm long on Bitcoin, $500,000. I'm expecting new highs because we were holding this trend line. And we were seeing some very bullish signs as we were trading on this trend line, right? We were seeing the big players in the market absorbing the retail shorts. We were seeing hidden and regular bullish divergences here. And so until we lose this trend line, we cannot say that this chart looks bearish at all. Okay? So this is something that we really need to be aware of. So where does that leave us? That leaves us right here. We're going to go down to the 4-hour time frame. We have ourselves right here a massive drop on Friday. If you guys were live on Friday, it was epic and it was massive. And we made a lot of money on that drop, right? But look at this. We have this entire zone right here full of this smooth move down. All right, I'm just going to use the term smooth move. All right, smooth move. Now, when you have a smooth move down, you need to expect an equally smooth move up. If the price comes back up here, then we need to expect a very fast move to literally undo all the smoothness on the way down, okay? It's like the time you went out partying with your friends in college, right? Didn't really know what you were doing back in college, right? So you had a few too many beers, let's say, and then you ate some Taco Bell at 1 in the morning. Very smooth move down. Now, do you remember how smooth it was coming back up? It was way smoother. You at least had to put in some effort for it to go down. You had to put no effort for it to come back up. It just happened by itself. That is called a short squeeze. And that is not definitely, but very, 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 very likely to happen if we can reclaim $44,000. $44,000 right now is going to be a massive area of resistance where one of two things is going to happen. Why is it such a key area of resistance? Let's talk about why 44K is so important. First of all, if we just take the box at 44,000 and take it back as far as possible, we can see that this was our resistance back here, December 5th, our resistance again, December 8th, resistance again, December 21st, and then we had like whoopsie daisy, but then it was resistance again from January 4th all the way to January 7th, and then it was our support on January 10th. This is a very key local support resistance flip. If the Bitcoin price is unable to come above this level, around $44,000, it becomes much more probable, in my opinion, that we will make our way back down to take out that $40,000 level. So for me, $44,000 is a very key area of resistance where we need to be looking for a short trade. Or at least, if we're long from these lows, take some profits. Now, I do have to say this, okay? When we made this low, all right? When we made this low down here, we started to trade in this triangle, right? We started to trade in this triangle right here. I made a short video about this yesterday, but we started trading in this triangle. And as we were trading in this triangle, market cipher B started to look very bullish, right? We saw the momentum waves getting higher over time. We saw the money flow getting higher over time. Now, whenever you see a big move and then a pattern forming, your first instinct should always be, especially if it's happening on a weekend, that the big players are going to try and wreck the retail traders who are going to trade the breakout of this pattern. Which is why in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we were looking at this triangle forming, and we were saying, look, we have a triangle forming. If we get the breakdown from the triangle, we are going to be looking to long from the Fibonacci Golden Pocket and the 786. Because when you see, especially on a weekend, right, as a weekend scalp I was looking at, when you see happening over the weekend, this type of thing, right, you need to be expecting a fake out to the downside and then let these bullish things play out. And that's exactly what we got, right? We got the bounce, boom, okay? And so we were looking at this in the Casper Crew, feeling like, you know what, this could be kind of bullish, and look where our target is, okay? Our target is right up there to the $44,000 level, because that is going to be our key area of resistance. And I am still in local long trade from that area, okay? I'm still in a local long trade from that area right now, and my next TP is going to be $44,000, okay? So getting back to our current Bitcoin chart here, that 44K is very important, but if we can reclaim 44K, then it becomes very probable that we make our way back up to the next Fibonacci Golden Pocket right around $46,000. Because remember the smooth move, remember the college night and the Taco Bell smooth move down, equally smooth move back up, okay? So if we come above this box, we need to be ready to come to the Fibonacci 618 at $46,000. Now, if we make it up to $46,000, this is where the rubber meets the road. Because if we reclaim 46K, I say this is just a higher low and we can shoot for 50K. All right. If we reclaim $46,000, this bottom right here, and the long trade from this weekend in the Casper Crew is actually longing the higher low. All right. This is actually going to be the trade from the higher low if we reclaim 46K. But we need to be ready for another short, or at least a rejection from 46K. And why? Well, because there is a chance here, based on the local time frames, based on the 1 hour and downward, that we are seeing a local sign of weakness. Okay, what do I mean by that? On the 1 hour time frame, we have changed market structure. We have our low, where we longed from in the Casper crew. We have our high, we have our higher low, we have our higher high. Bam, we have our lower low on the 1 hour time frame. So locally, this could be a place where we make a lower low and get another move to the downside. Now, here's something else that we need to remember. You guys know my sad love story. How when I asked out 6 Juanita, she always has rejected me, right? Well, let's go back in time to take a look at what happened over here during the last market cycle. We got the first rejection from 6 Juanita, right? And then look at this. We came down, we made a lower low on the daily time frame, and then we came right into this local 6 Juanita Fibonacci level and got rejected once again because we thought maybe we still had a chance. Turns out we didn't. Now, the difference between then and now is back then we actually did change market structure on the daily time frame. Okay? We changed market structure on the daily time frame. We have not done that yet here. But nonetheless, we do need to be prepared for 6 Juanita to reject us based on the lower time frames. And that's going to be around $46,000. Okay? So, what if we start to lose 40K? All right, what if we actually do start to lose 40K either now? Because here's the thing, if we don't come up to 44K, if we don't even have enough steam today or tomorrow to reclaim 44K, I do think we're going to come down. I think this could be our high, right? We're trading this local sideways range here. This has been our resistance now for 2 days. If we cannot reclaim this around 43.3, it's very likely we take out 40K. What happens if we take out 40K? If we take out 40K, we need to be open to much, much more downside on Bitcoin, okay? And I'm not saying this because I'm bearish on Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Bitcoin, especially on the higher term time frames. I hold a very large amount of Bitcoin on spot. A very large amount of Bitcoin on spot. Okay? So, I'm looking to buy more Bitcoin if we get pullbacks. And the short trades that I'm in, if my short trade plays out to my exact plan, I will be able to get 10 more Bitcoins on spot, okay? So I am not bearish on Bitcoin at all. But if we now put in a low that is lower than $40,000, we need to accept the fact that yes, we have changed market structure on the daily time frame, and we should be looking now for a lower high to be coming in somewhere between, we can't know exactly where yet, but probably around that $45,000 level to then make a lower low, okay? Now, where's this lower low going to come to? Well, it's very simple, and this is what's so great about technical analysis. We have key areas on the chart in which we can look at to tell us where we should be looking to buy Bitcoin on spot. Not financial advice, just a guy in the treadmill, plunger on the face, crooked glasses, crooked teeth, all right? Not financial advice, but when we take a look at this, we know historically speaking that the market establishes a base during the bull market. We've already established this for the past 3 Bitcoin cycles. Every single past Bitcoin cycle during the bull market, the market establishes a base which acts as support and then acts as resistance during the bear market. And every single market cycle, Bitcoin comes down to test that support resistance split before the halving, entering into the bull market. All right. Now look at this. The halving is coming up in the end of April 2024. So if we are going to get a pullback here, the 2 places that I am personally going to be looking to buy Bitcoin on spot will be, number 1, around $38,000, because $38,000 is the high volume node of the range. We have a few other confluences around here. We've got some CME gaps there. We've got a whole bunch of other stuff, but we don't need to use those fancy tools, all right, because we can just look at this chart and say to ourselves, look at this entire way up. Where's the only place that we found some kind of resistance along the way up is right here, okay? So we very well may do something like this. We lose 40K, lower high, come back down, and then bam, off to the horse races, right? That is very possible. But if we lose $38,000, then I say we're going to come back down to test our base between $27,000 and $31,000. Because this historically is where Bitcoin has found support and resistance. And this, in my opinion, would be the trade of the market cycle, right? The long of the market cycle, to be buying in this box and then shooting for a new all-time high on Bitcoin. Let's say at least 80K. All right. Let's say at least 80K. That's a 150% move to the upside. Are we going to go higher than 80K? Who knows? But I'd say, look, if you're buying at 30K and selling at 80K, you've made 150%. You should be taking some profits. Just like, a lot of people gave me a lot of fecal matter on the internet because I took profits at 38K, which was a 150% gain on my investment, where I was irresponsibly buying Bitcoin below 20K and even telling people, hey, now's the time to buy. Yeah, people were giving me fecal matter for selling Bitcoin at 38K. Well, look, I took profits at 38K because I wanted to buy stuff in real life, right? It's so important. We're here to make money. We're here to do things in the real world, all right? At least I am. So if we can get in at 30-ish K and sell at 80-ish K, that's 150%. You can't do that with your traditional investments. You know what I'm saying? This, in my opinion, is the opportunity of the bull market when it comes to Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin's finding support here in this box, and this is a zone, I'm talking about spot buying. I'm not talking about high leverage 150x longs from here. No, you're definitely going to not do well. But spot buys, when Bitcoin's down here, the altcoins as well are going to be very beat down. Everything will be on sale. This is the time to start really, if you want to make some money in the next bull market. If Bitcoin comes down to 30K, if you have dry powder, this is where you want to be deploying. All right, this is the last chance, in my opinion, of deployment before it's the bull market, and every dip could be the final dip. Okay, we don't want to be the people that are buying here, right? A lot of people bought here. They held to the high, didn't take profit. They held to the low. They held to the high, didn't take profit. Definitely going to 100K. They held here, thought we're going, and then guess what? We didn't. So, this is the rare time. This is a rare time that we have in the market cycle, the 4-year cycle, where buying the dip is acceptable. All right, and I'm gonna show you something that might make some people uncomfortable. Okay, but let's even assume the worst here. Let's even assume the worst. Okay, let's assume that we start buying at 30K, but some crazy black swan event happens that takes us down to 10K, right? Well, if we are accumulating throughout this entire time, let's say we have an average entry of 25,000 average DCAing along here, guess what? Massive gains, right? Even in the worst case scenario, massive gains. So it's not the time to be scared if we get a big drippity drop down into that area. All right. Now this is what we're looking at with Bitcoin. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. We were warning about the short. I showed you guys when I was going long. You don't want to miss these updates. We are well on our way to 200,000 subscribers right now. Absolutely insane. Only 90,000 left to go. Guys, if you want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we give the setups in advance, where we do multiple live streams every single day, you go to jasoncaspertrading.com. If you want to get educated, check out the courses. White Phoenix's Smart Trading Approach. This is absolutely a fire course right here. The Intro to Trading program includes my mini scalp course. All right. The Advanced Trading course, Footprint Charts, Market Profile, TPO, put together by another trader in my group as well as myself. It's all right here, guys, if you want to fast track your education. Also, I'm trading on MEXC, BingX, and ZoomX. Links in the description and the pinned comment if you want to trade along with me. And guys, that 5-second scalping strategy seems crazy, but you can get some really juicy entries. For example, this is a scalp trade I took this morning. A beautiful 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Trading on a very low time frame. In fact, I've still got a portion of the trade open here, and I'm actually shooting for higher targets. Okay, so that is all included within the course, the Intro to Trading Crypto program. Shout out to my super chats. Shout out to my super chatters. You guys are absolutely amazing. Shout out to my man, Hang on, I'm sorry guys. I'm flopping and groping with the YouTube controls here. Shout out to James Driggers Jr. Can you please check Ethereum Classic again for me? Yeah, we could check Ethereum Classic again for you. Guys, we got about 1,500 people in here, 500 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. You know, I said if we can get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we'll give away $1,000. We didn't do it, but I will give you guys one more try. 4 more minutes. If we can do it by the time the stream has been on for 40 minutes, if everybody likes the video right now, we will give away 1,000 USDT. All right? So if you want $1,000, go ahead, like the video, like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, because that's what I'm supposed to say. I'm a YouTuber, and we're supposed to say, follow me on Twitter. Okay, my Twitter at Jason_Casper. Let's take a look at Ethereum Classic right now and see what is going on with ETH Classic. Alrighty. Yeah, so look, Bitcoin right now, before we get into ETH Classic, our next major zone is right here, guys. 44K. This is my next TP on longs. And I will not be looking for another long unless we actually come below this. Okay, this right now, this is our playground for trading right here. Locally right now, these are the only 2 levels that I personally care about. Okay, let's check out Ethereum Classic for our man James Driggers Jr. All right, Ethereum Classic getting the breakout of the, depending on how we look at this thing, let's put it on log scale. You know, I would say this, like Ethereum Classic, we've been looking at this thing for quite some time. Before the breakout, we were saying this box is the buy zone for Ethereum Classic. Now that we have gotten the breakout, where is the buy zone? Because this is definitely a major sign of strength on the daily time frame. We turn on our market cipher B and we can see that, let's go to the weekly time frame here. On the weekly time frame, this is crazy. We've got bullish divergences on market cipher B on the weekly time frame. That is pretty much a bottom signal. Okay, so we go to the daily time frame, and what do we see here? We don't really see bullish divergences on the momentum waves, but we definitely see the money coming in as the price is getting lower within our buy zone. So Ethereum Classic right now, if we take the fib from the last low to our current high, that golden pocket 786 retest is coming right back down to our box and our trend line of the falling wedge, or whatever, falling wedge, or you could call it a symmetrical triangle. You know, however you want to look at this thing, I don't know. I don't care. Really, all that matters is that we've got this diagonal resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 taps, and then a breakout as we are heading into a bull market. So for me, like Ethereum Classic, I would want to see it get another, let's see, another 15-20% move to the downside, honestly. And it could very well happen if Bitcoin gets a big pullback. So let's actually take a look at the ETC BTC pair. Now, let's just keep in mind, actually, before we look at the Bitcoin pair, let's just appreciate the upward potential of this asset here. You know, 500%, that ain't nothing to scoff at. That ain't nothing to scoff at. If we get to move back down to the box, we could be looking at close to 1,000%. So the gains are real on this thing, right? The gains are real. Let's actually go to Coinbase. Let's go to the ETC USD chart on Coinbase.com. I want to get a little bit more history here. Where's that? July 2017. Yeah, okay, so this is that first bull market high, second bull market high. Yeah, so we've made higher high both bull markets, and this thing does look bullish just in general. I mean, we are trading in this ascending channel, right? So it's just kind of connect these highs together, connect these lows together. All right, so we could probably expect a market cycle high around 2025 in the spring. So we're looking at around maybe like a $550 to $700 Ethereum Classic. So if we come back down to test our area here, potentially we could be looking at 3,000% gains. That's insane. I mean, that's what we did last time, and the time before that obviously was even crazier. So I don't know if we'll that is pretty extreme. All right, that is pretty extreme. But let's see. I mean, depending on when we hit that high, it could be kind of crazy, right? So yeah, so now let's look at the Bitcoin pair. Okay, yeah, so the Bitcoin pair as well is breaking out, and yeah, so really the end of that bull market, that's when we see this thing outperform Bitcoin like crazy. Bam. So interestingly enough, we are seeing a slight sign of strength right here. This is the 5-day chart. We definitely have made, even though it's just a wick, we definitely have broken out. We've definitely closed the 5-day candle above this, right? So that's also quite interesting. Let's go ahead and pull from low to high. Yeah, I mean, look, if we see the Bitcoin pair coming down, getting a bounce back from this zone, making now a higher low into the Fibonacci golden pocket, as we see this nice weekly bullish divergence, at least a 5-day bullish div, and we also see the USDT pair coming down to the golden pocket, that could be a place to really get in a spot position. Because remember, the whole thesis behind buying Ethereum Classic is we're heading into a bull market. This thing has a lot of upward potential, and it's shown signs of strength on the higher time frames. So when we get a pullback and we're seeing support hold on the Bitcoin pair and the USDT pair, that is a time to deploy some capital. Doesn't mean the bottom's in, but definitely a signal to be DCA if you're into that thing. Again, not financial advice, you know. So shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Looks like we didn't hit our 1,000 likes, but that's okay. All right, we'll get it another time. All right, Bitcoin making drops. Shout out to Straightway Life. He says dump it, baby. All right, Bitcoin dumping. Bitcoin is in fact dumping right now, guys. So yeah, I would say this, right? If Bitcoin is going to yeah, let's get back to the Bitcoin chart here. If we are going to see $44,000, if we are going to see a $44,000 Bitcoin, we must hold support at this local golden pocket. 42.5 must hold. If not, we are going for the lows at $41,000. All right. So that is what is going to be happening. Let's check out the Bitcoin chart right now. Let's check it out live and see what's going on. We're going to go down to a low time frame here. Now, why are we actually... This is an important area of resistance right here. Believe it or not, this is the last high that we made yesterday. So we just got like a liquidity grab of this high. And when we do take a look at the 12-minute time frame, we do see the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boot pattern coming in pretty intense here, actually. Momentum waves getting lower, money flow getting lower, and yeah, it's pretty much the SBF pattern. Multiple boobs, actually, multiple drives of boob. We've got, let's see here, we've got one, yeah, wow. So it's called a dual memory setup here. A dual memory setup where we've got the one right here, right? And then we've got the other one right here. Yeah, we've got 4 of them in a row. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so that definitely doesn't look so bullish. And we've got the money flow coming out as well. So yeah, we need to really hold this golden pocket right here. This is going to be key. If we don't hold this golden pocket, I'd say it's pretty probable we go for those lows. Let's pull the volume of the range. Yeah, the golden pocket, the 786 especially, the value area low of this range has got to hold if we want to see higher. Otherwise, I'd say we're going for the lows. And here's something else about this low that we made on Friday, January 12th, 2024. This low, okay? This low, we actually front ran a key level. And when you front run a key level, it's more likely than not we will take out that low or high, right? So let me show you what I mean. We go to the 4-hour time frame here, and we look at all the volume that's traded in this entire range. All right, when we came down to that low on Friday, look at this. We front ran the value area low by a few nano satoshis. And so when you see that happening, most of the time it means we're going to come for that low. Now, I gave a setup in the Casper Crew VIP Discord this morning. My plan for basically longing Bitcoin on another drop. There's two scenarios that we need to be aware of here. All right. So long as Bitcoin doesn't lose $40,000, right? But only loses this low, that to me is pretty bullish. All right. As far as long trades go, if Bitcoin gets another low and takes out Friday's low, but it doesn't take out the low from Monday, January 1st, 2024. I'm sorry, that was Wednesday, January 3rd. That would be bullish. Why would that be bullish? It would be bullish because we would make a lower low locally. And as that happens, we would see market cipher B on the 4-hour time frame giving us a bullish divergence, right? We would see this. Now, not only would we see a regular bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, but we would also be seeing a hidden bullish divergence, right? Because as the price is making a higher low, not taking out the range low, the oscillator is going to be getting lower over time. So that is a hidden bullish divergence followed by a regular bullish divergence. Why is that so important? Because a hidden bullish divergence is a continuation pattern. This is what was getting me bullish back in these days when I was longing from under 41K. Very high position size, very, very bullish. If you go ahead and you watch the video, go back and watch the video from December 27th where I give my full case as to what is happening here. But it was basically, yeah, we were printing the bullish Sam Bankman-Fried man boo pattern here, extremely bullish, and we were getting hidden bullish divergences on the daily time frame, giving me full confidence that we were going to make another high. But if we don't take out the $40,000 low, I would have just as much confidence that we are actually just going to stay making higher lows and we're going to go for this high again. All right. Now, keep in mind, the golden pocket is a zone. We hit into the 618, but technically we could stick around here for a while. And even if we reject from this area, it might just take more time than we want or think. Right. So please be aware of the scenario where the Bitcoin price takes out the low from Friday, but doesn't take out the low from January 3rd, because that could be extremely bullish. Now, if we take out the low from January 3rd, I will still be looking for a long, but we have to become more bearish because the hidden bullish divergence will be invalidated if we take out the low from January 3rd, right? So this is a really, really key zone. Guys, like, honestly, what happens in this green box here is going to determine my higher term time frame bias for Bitcoin. All right. If we don't lose 40K, but we dip into the box, I'm going to be quite bullish. If we do lose 40K and we dip into the box, I'm going to probably look for a bounce, but become quite bearish and look for more downside, right? And it's all because of the market structure. That's really it, because market structure is king. So, we see bullish signs forming on the oscillator here. Like over time, as we are looking at these higher lows, 4-hour market cipher B is getting higher, okay? And money flow. So, you know, as long as we don't lose 40K, I would not be surprised if we see 50K being tested within the next week or so. All right. This is really a crucial area. This is a really crucial area. We could really distill this whole chart down to two things. All right. Two boxes that matter. Box number one is going to be this. Box number two is going to be this. Honestly, if you're just like you're not a scalper, you're just looking for those extra juicy levels, the 46K zone, very, very important resistance. And then this box, very, very important support. And depending on what happens in this box will determine my higher term time frame bias for Bitcoin in the coming days. All right, shout out to Divine Hood. He says, usually around these more macro resistance levels, Bitcoin doesn't just reject once, it forms a distribution range, so big money has plenty of time and liquidity to sell. Yeah, exactly, Divine Hood. So, right, let's imagine now for a second here. Let's imagine now for a second here this scenario. Bitcoin has held support at this area. We have not made a lower low. All right, we see the bullish divergences. We get a move. Let's say we do this, right? This will cause utmost confusion in the market because remember the big debate before the ETF release? Oh, it's a sell the news. No, it's going to be extra bullish. No, sell the news. Oh, no, ultra bullish. Right? I remember I was live streaming that day. You guys were 50-50 in the chat. All right? Now, I was a sell the news guy. You know that. I was unabashedly a sell the news guy. All right? I was warning about it the day before. All right? But look, here's the thing. This is now going to... Now remember, ETF comes out. What happens? We get a big pump. Right? A big pump. The bullish people said, aha, we're right. And then what happens? We get a big dump. The sell the news people, aha, we're right. We make a higher low. Guess what? The bullish people, aha, we're right. Now we come up, we make a higher high, still at resistance. All right, still in the Fibonacci golden pocket. And when we look at the 4-hour time frame, now what would we see? Even more bearish divergence, even more bearish looking than before. Right? And this could be the beginning of a massive head and shoulder pattern, which does bring us down to 30K, right? Just like Divine Hood says, this is not going to be as easy as a move, right, as people think. The first tap of the 618, a lot of times, if we tap into the 618, especially if we don't change market structure, we're probably going for that high once again. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely looking for shorts above this high too, because as long as market cipher B looks bearish at the highs, I'm going to be shorting, and as long as it looks bullish at the lows, I'm going to be longing. And that's how we do it in the Casper crew. All right, that's why I'm in a short from the low of the move and from the high of the move, and a long from the bottom of the move right here. I'm in a long from the top of the move and a short from the bottom of the move. JK. All right. Am I Ohioan? Nah, I'm not. Nope. Not even close. Not even close to being from Ohio. Shout out to everybody in the chat. 1,600 people. Man, I'm waiting for Bitcoin to get a crazy move so that we can a whole bunch of people are going to start flooding in on the craziness. All right, let's check out right now what is happening on an order flow chart. Let me just see if we have any super chats in here. No, that's all good. I don't expect or want or ask for super chats, but I want to make sure. I finally got my streaming software to tell me again. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody because I've missed some people. Shout out to Martin. He's been here since 2021. Shout out to RC Moore. He says Jason Casper's from Puerto Rico City. Let's hit 1,000 likes, y'all. Let's see if we can't do it. All right, let's check out what is happening here on an order flow chart. I'm going to look at the order book, see what's going on. All right. Okay, so we are right now bouncing on VWAP. And let's see. For all you bearish people, I am sorry to say that we've got some people shorting VWAP right now. Okay, which is never really a good idea. Let's just put it that way. Shorting the VWAP is not a good idea. So yeah, this is definitely an area of support that we're at here. So what has happened here? Basically, we had a pretty big short squeeze from this morning's low. We had a lot of shorts open up below VWAP on this drop this morning. New York opened. Everybody said, oh, we're going to dump now. It's Martin Luther King Day's over. Let's short this baby. Longs wrecked. Lots of shorts opening up on that drop. Right into the 786 fib. Okay, right into the 786 fib. And by the way, guys, you know, I got into that trade based on my 5-second scalping strategy. It's so simple. It's so simple. Market cipher B into the 786 on the 5-second time frame. Money flow and momentum is getting higher. This is the juiciest. A 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio in a 0.45% move. A 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Is that not the most crazy thing? That's what's so powerful about the 5-second scalping strategy, honestly. Still got a portion of the trade open here, right? I'll let it get stopped out at entry. Look at that juicy entry. It looks crazy on a high term time frame. It's the 1 hour, but when you're looking at that 5-second, it's very clear. Dip into the 786, see the reaction, bam. See the confirmations on market cipher B, gives you the confidence to get in. TP1 at a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. That means you close out a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio at TP1 after a 0.45% move, and then you let the rest ride. And if you're interested in learning this, JasonCapperTrading.com, in the course section, you could buy the scalping course alone, but if you get the intro to trading course, it's in there as well. All right. So let's see what happens. Yeah, we're coming down to that golden pocket. All right, where were we? Let's check it out. Yeah, the order flow chart. So basically what happened was we had a whole bunch of shorts. People shorted into the VWAP. Longs got wrecked. And then all of a sudden we had 10 million longs open up there. And then we entered into a massive short squeeze. So today, so far, all the price action today has pretty much just been shorts getting wrecked and longs opening. And we do have a few longs. Man, we'll have a lot of longs. We actually have some longs that are open from up here that are holding their trades in drawdown right now. So that might actually give us some fuel for the fire to get that move down to the golden pocket, which is, in my opinion, the make it or break it zone. If or not, we will see 44K. And based on market cipher, I would say it looks pretty bearish, honestly. But yeah, we have longs that have opened up in this area, guys, and they are holding their positions in drawdown right now. So that could be fuel for us to get the move down into this area. Remember, the 786 is the value area low of the range right now. So this is going to be our key support. 42, 250. If lost, I will be looking to take out the low from Friday. It's just a step-by-step kind of thing, right? Personally, I'm not looking to add to or open up a new long from this local golden pocket. Totally not worth it for me. I am going to hold this trade from the 786 to be stopped out at entry because why not? I'm long from the bottom. I've taken a profit. It's good for my psychology because if we do bounce from here, then I don't have to stress. And if we don't bounce from here, I also don't have to stress. All right. Shout out to Chaz from Canada. What it do, baby? Shout out to Sky Blue TV. Bitcoin is going up, tripping on people shorting Biddy. Bitcoin just ranging for right now. That's true. Am I bearish on the 24 and less time frame? Yes, Jack. Yeah, so basically what happened right here, we got a liquidity grab of yesterday's high, bearish divergences on the 12-minute time frame. Yeah, it looks bearish to me. Looks bearish to me. So let's see if we go for those lows. You know, the fact that we couldn't even make it up to 44K, that is not so great in my opinion. But we are at VWAP right now. We are holding at VWAP. So if we lose VWAP, that is not good for the bulls. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Trading Crusader. Where's the wrap of the day? Yeah, we could do a wrap of the day. Let's see. Let's get on a good beat here. Yeah. We could get a good beat. Yo, I don't know. Is my voice lined up with the beat? Sometimes it gets off beat. Yo, check it out. Here we go. Bitcoin trying to make a move. Price action's going, man. It's acting pretty smooth. Trading every day. We're up in the groove. Trading Bitcoin every day, man. It's the truth. Here we go. Chilling at the VWAP. Price is dumping, but maybe here it will stop. Cause we got a whole bunch of shorts. Shorting at the low, man. They about to get hoard. Down below, can you even spot it? But we're coming right to the golden pocket. Underneath, it's the 786. Bitcoin going to the ground, man, to pick up some sticks. On the treadmill every day, sitting down at the charts, man, trying to get paid. Walking through the place when I'm trying to go in spades. When I'm chilling every day, getting good grades in the school. Learning how to trade, chilling every day when I'm going in spades. At the charts, man, like a work of art, man, charting every day. I'm about to fart, got the gas in the belly, peanut butter and jelly. Here we go, Bitcoin about to get a bounce. Chilling in the house with a mouse, Jake Casper, I'm chilling in the house. Looking over here at the Bitcoin bounce. Yo, and I'm about to take a peek. Does market cipher B got any uneven cheeks? No uneven cheeks. Money flows coming up, though it's starting to creep. Maybe this will be a nice bottom. Doing it every day, it's not even autumn. No, it's the winter, the crypto flow. Sit back and watch the J Casper show. Look at this candle, pumping really high. Got the blue price floating up right into my eye. Yeah. Was that on beat? Or was my streaming software and my voice at a time? Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, look at that, man. Don't short the VWAP, guys. Yo, shout out to all who shorted VWAP. Listen, y'all, now you better stop up. Cause if you keep shorting the low, messing with the flow, about to go out of control. It's how you lose all your money. Gambling short and low, man, it isn't funny. You gotta buy low, you gotta sell high. Listen to your grandpa, he is so fly. When he told you back in the day when you were trading, buy low, sell high, man, that's how you be fading the price. After such a big pump, when price is in the slump, getting it back down to the dump. Now we're pumping, squeezing the shorts. All who shorted down here, they're about to get hort. Going on emotion, listen to the lotion. That's how we do it, man, don't have a plan in motion. You gotta come up with the plan first. Doing it, man, like Limp Bizkit Fred Durst. Got the red hat on my head backwards. Doing it every day when I'm trying to squat words. Making up words on the spot. My crypto flow, yo, it is so hot. Just a white guy rapping here on the web. Doing it every day, I got the bars in my head. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Shout out to OG Blockchain. He's in the Casper crew for life, baby. That's what's going on. Alrighty. Well, we're holding that VWAP, man. Maybe our longs aren't gonna get stopped out after all. Alrighty, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Thank you so much for the super chat, OG Blockchain. A huge shout out to you, man. Really appreciate you. God bless you. All right, this is a make it or break it zone. Let's see what else we got here. Alright, so not only, guys, is this the VWAP, but it also is the Fibonacci 382. You see that? We're holding the 382. Shout out to Chaz. Shout out to Adriano. Shout out to Richard Lionheart. It was on beat? Okay, sometimes it's not on beat. Shout out to Chaz. He says, I'm black on the inside for real. Man. Makes me feel good, bro. Alright, let's see. A metal song. It will undo all my blackness. But you know, maybe. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. If Bitcoin pumps, we might have to do the pump song as well. Shout out to Chaz. He says, God is everything, and I love you, brother, for real. Well, praise God, Chaz. May God bless you. In Jesus' name. May you and your family be blessed. Shout out to Coin Daddy. He says, from a former rapper, that's pretty good. That's pretty funny. It is funny. I'll tell you why it's funny, right? Because I'm obviously not a good rapper at all. But because I do it on YouTube and because I get paid ad revenue, I technically am a professional rapper. So hey, I'm a professional rapper, man. Never thought it would happen to me, but hey, dreams do come true. Shout out to Ricardo V. Shout out to Port C. What is the VWAP? Okay. The VWAP is the volume weighted average price of the day. So it acts as support and resistance throughout the day. All right. Wow. Shout out to Martin. Thank you so much, Martin, for the super chat. God bless you, man. He says, appreciate very much what you do. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord bless you as well, Martin. The WeVop. The WeVop. Shout out to K-Pax. The WeVop. Yeah. So it's the volume weighted average price. So what that means is it takes the price and the volume and it averages it together through advanced calculations, which I'm too dumb to understand. And it gives you this white line. And the green line is the weekly VWAP. I'm going to turn that off. But every day, it snaps to the price action, right? So if we turn off the candles for a second here. Yeah, let's turn off the candles for a second here. Every day, it snaps to the price action. So, you know, look at this. The VWAP was trading around here, but then when we open a new day, it snaps to the price action down here. Right? And then it snaps to the price action on a new daily open right here. And then let's say we pump up, the candles pump up from here, and the daily open happens up here, the VWAP will all of a sudden snap up to here. So every day, it resets and gives you a volume weighted average price. And it's a dynamic level of support and resistance. A lot of people short it and long it. Here's the way I like to use it. The more time and the more space we spend above or below VWAP, the more likely we are to get a trade from it. So typically what you would want to do is look for something like this. Daily open. We spend a lot of time and space above the VWAP. And then we got to move down below the VWAP. What you typically would want to see to get a trade from VWAP is lots of shorts opening below VWAP and or bullish divergences happening as we come into the VWAP, which we see right here. Like as we are coming down under the VWAP, we are seeing the momentum waves get higher. Bullish divergence, and then upon the reclaim of VWAP, that then gives you a long trade, or the opposite for a short trade. So, you know, let's see a good short on VWAP. I mean, really, all this up here, you can see price is unable to reclaim the VWAP all this time, and then we reject and bam. Let's see, like, there haven't really been too many good examples of this recently because we've been pretty close to it. Let's see a good example. But yeah, it's just a volume weighted average price. But it wrecks people because it is like fair value. Like it if you're trading at the VWAP, that means this is totally fair value. You don't want to be trading at the VWAP, longing or shorting it really, because it's just fair value. So if we're above the VWAP and we come down to it and we bounce from it, then you could say, okay, people don't want to trade Bitcoin below fair value, so you could long the VWAP. And the opposite, if we're below the VWAP and then we come up to it, people are shorting at fair value because they think the price should be lower. All right, shout out to Larry Lamb. He says, long, baby, let's go. Larry Lamb is long. Shout out to Tab. Dro says, these charts are not normal. Make nice HKB. Press the like button. Shout out to Storm Trading. I love you, Storm Trading. Shout out to Richard Lionheart. He has a treadmill under the desk. Yeah, I highly recommend the under desk treadmill, guys, because it really is a game changer. Look, if you want to feel good, if you want to look good, if you want to have energy, mental clarity, if you are sitting down all day, it will wreck you. It will wreck you. You'll feel like crap. You won't sleep well. You'll be tired. You'll be sluggish. We're not meant to sit. We're meant to move. So this is the way to do it. Do you want to see a daily close below 40K? Okay, so honestly, I don't even need to see a daily close below 40K before I get bearish. And the reason is because I don't... It would obviously be much more bearish to see a daily candle close below 40K. But I typically go just by wicks. All right, I don't go by candle closes. I go by wicks, and you know, people were giving me fecal matter for calling this a bullish divergence. Right here, right? Sorry, right here. They were giving me fecal matter for calling this a bullish divergence because of the wick, but I go by wicks. So we didn't change market structure on this wick, and it was a bullish divergence. So for me, that was super dang bullish. Some people are calling this a bullish divergence on the daily. I'm not, because I go by the wicks and not the closes, right? So if you go by closes, you know, more power to you. This is a very looking bullish div if this is a if that is a legit divergence. But I like to go by wicks. So if the price makes a lower low wick, I would become more bearish. And if it closes a candle below 40K, I would say, yeah, that's an obvious change in structure with a candle close. If we wick below, we have to be open to the fact that it's just a massive liquidity grab and then we go back up to the highs, obviously. But I'd say it becomes less likely and more likely that we make the lower high. But right now, like the most bullish scenario for me is taking out Friday's low without taking out 40K. That would be pretty dang bullish, honestly, in my opinion. Khaled is long from 40 to 600. Should you buy or sell? I can't answer that for you, man. Look, you have to have a plan going into every single trade you take. If you don't have a plan going into your trades, man, then you shouldn't be trading. I mean, you need to know where you're going to get out, if it goes for you or against you. If I was in your exact position, I would take out half the trade and let the rest ride, okay? That's the way I trade. So the trade I took this morning, I took a long scalp this morning. All right. I took a large majority of the trade out here at a 0.45% move here. All right, a 0.45% move for a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Okay, look at this. This was my initial trade. This was my plan. And then I said, after this, I don't care what happens. I'm going to let the rest ride. I'm letting the rest ride now. And as you can see, I'm in a win-win sitch. Either it gets stopped out at my entry and I get $1,000 profit, or it keeps going. And honestly, I could probably end up with like $5,000 or more dollars if we hit 46K. That's the way I trade, but you have to have a plan going into every trade you take, because if you don't, that's a one-way ticket to Rec City. You're going to hold wins into losses, and you're going to take losses and not know when to get out. You know, if you got to ask people on YouTube what to do, that's how I know you are not trading, man. You're gambling. All right, please go back to the drawing board. Don't buy or sell anything unless you have a plan for getting in, getting out, how much you're going to risk, how much you're potentially going to get. All right, do this the right way or don't do it at all. Trust me, and trust everyone else here who's had to pay their dues doing this the wrong way. All right. Do I think EOS is dead? I don't even know. Based on the chart, EOS looks bullish to me, all right? But I'm no EOSologist up in here. Binance coin is dumping. Alrighty. Yeah, people were giving me fecal matter. Fecal matter. You know what fecal matter is? It's another word for dung. Alright. So. Alrighty. Let me check something real quick here. Oh, nice. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Alright, let's see what happens here, guys. Shout out to everybody in chat. You guys are absolutely amazing. Rex City sounds like your marriage. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Shout out to my wife, Big West 28. I love you, Big West 28. Is Exodus a good hot wallet? It is, but you gotta make sure you're using it on a computer that you only use for your hot wallet, and don't keep a lot of money on that hot wallet, otherwise you might lose a whole bunch of money. Do I have pigs? Asked Barbara Yang. I do not have pigs. No, no pigs. No pigs. How can you get a Market Cipher shirt? You got to go to marketciphertrading.com and go to the merch section. That's how you get a Market Cipher shirt. You know, I have tons of Market Cipher shirts. I'm looking at two others right there over on the chair. I wear it every single day. I wear a Market Cipher shirt every single day. Alright? I wear a Market Cipher shirt every day. If I'm wearing a Market Cipher shirt, that's how my wife knows that I'm busy. Right? I got stuff on my mind, which is charts and trading. If I take the Market Cipher shirt off, wear a regular shirt, that's how my wife knows she could talk to me and I'll actually listen. Yeah, it's a little sign we got in the house. You know what I'm saying? Market Cipher shirt means I'm in the zone. I'm in the trading zone, baby. Yeah, right now I only have chickens. I've been trying to get goats, guys. I'm building the infrastructure for goats. I think it's important to have goats. Does CryptoFace own Market Cipher? Yes, he does. Can I talk about how I'm bouncing back from losing the money? Simple. Just forget about it and press on. All right? I've been more motivated now than ever since I lost the money. And look, what am I going to do about it? It's like if anything bad ever happens in life and there's nothing you can do about it, you got to forget about it or it's going to destroy you. All right? So you got to forget about it. And look, you know, at the end of the day, for me, I don't care about money that much. You know, I trust that God will provide for me, and I trust that everything that the Lord is doing through me and the work that I do, He will do that with or without me. So anybody who's benefited from me having money, it doesn't have to be through me. You know what I'm saying? If God wants to provide for somebody, He will do it however He sees fit. It doesn't have to be through me. So there's no pressure on me. You know what I'm saying? And look, none of us are gonna get out of here alive. All right? We're all gonna die. All this stuff is temporary. It's all temporary. Don't lose sight of the eternal based on the temporal. that will never leave you satisfied in life. It'll be hard to forget when people keep asking. I know, well, here's the thing, right? I'm so over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm totally over it. I've been over it. Yeah, it was a traumatic experience, I'm not gonna lie. But if any of you guys saw the video I released the day it happened, I mean that with all my heart. Whoever stole that money from me, I pray for them. May the Lord bless them. May they come to know the Lord, because they're in the same boat as everybody else. And honestly, if they're going around stealing people's money, I really do hope that they come to the Lord. I really do. Pikachu hat? I don't have it. Look at this, guys. Look at this pump right now on Bitcoin from the VWAP. Look at that. Wow. Here we go, baby. Let's see if we can't hit 44K. Let's see what the heck is happening on the order book here. Yeah, look at that. All the people who shorted VWAP, wrecked. Wrecked. Literally everybody who shorted VWAP is now out. Big increase of net shorts. Now they're all out. And we had people long VWAP. Now the buyers are back in control here. So that 382, that was the way to go, man. Look at that. That 382 bounce, baby. Do I ever pray to God that Bitcoin pumps or dumps? You know, I don't really. I'll be honest with you. I don't really. I don't think I ever have. What's the minimum risk to reward I take in a trade? So if I'm not in any trades, a 3-to-1. If I'm already in trades, I might scalp some things and just kind of like scalp it by ear, meaning like I get in. If it goes against me, I'm immediately out. And I'll take a profit quick and just get out. But man, shout out to Speed Racer 87. I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. May the Lord recover your losses. Have I had broken bones? Yeah, I've had broken bones. It's not fun. Why do you ask about the broken bones? What's my stop loss percent? It depends on the trade setup. It's so important that your stop loss should always be based upon your trading plan. How do you know how many steps you take? Because if you have a step counter, it'll tell you. So I have a step counter. If you enter a trade and start praying, you're in trouble. That is kind of true, man. I mean, that is actually the truth, right? That is actually the truth. Alrighty, guys. Man, Bitcoin getting a little move to the upside. There's no way it's going to 30K. You know what, Max? Come on, bro. Don't even say that. The very fact that you're saying that makes it more probable that it goes to 30K, man. The very fact that you said that, Max, makes it more probable that we go to 30K. Shout out to Crypto Carnage. Whenever somebody says it's never going to do this, it's going to do that. So, you know, you should take that back, man. Should take that back. What treadmill do I use? Just a cheap Amazon treadmill. How many steps do I get in a day on average? About 20,000. About 20,000 steps a day. Shout out to Rianu. Broke his leg or her leg. I'm assuming you're a he, but hey, I don't know. I hope you have a speedy recovery. Do I use any other indicators than Market Cipher? Yeah, I use I use EXO charts. I pretty much use open interest, CVD, market cipher, and sometimes moving averages. That's pretty much it, you know, and then just horizontal levels. Yeah, we're trying to get a pump here. Bitcoin does the opposite of what people think and want, says Joker's Wild. Yeah, that's true. Look, the fact that everyone says we can't go back to 30K means, oh crap, hang on one second here. The very fact that everyone says we can't go back to 30K, in my opinion, means we're probably going to go back to 30K. Why is everyone so confident? Why does everyone want to go against historical data? I mean, like, you know, man, do you remember last market cycle? We're never gonna see 6K, people said. And people said we're never gonna see 3K. Every single one of these market cycles, the same pattern repeats. We get a bear market rally, everybody's bullish, we reject from the key fib, we come back down to retest our support resistance flip, a 40 to 50% drop. It happened in 2012, it happened over here in 2016, right to the fib level, back down to the base. It happened right over here in 2020, right into the fib level, back down to the base. Here we are, 2024, right into the fib level, and everybody says 30K is impossible, even though every single other time we have come back down to test the base. I don't know, Max. Look, I don't know. Don't be so confident, my friend. At least have a plan for what you're going to do if we see 30K. You know? We are at macro resistance. This zone is very, very, very important. The halving has not happened yet. Every single other pre-halving, we get a dump. Dump into the halving. Dump into the halving. Dump into the halving. You know, it's just. So yeah, we might not see 30K, but I wouldn't be so overly confident. But we gotta take it step by step, right? First, we gotta lose 40K before we see 30K. But here's the thing: is it that crazy to think that we see 30K? Look at this chart on the weekly. Is it that crazy to think we do this? If this was the 5-minute time frame, guys, let me ask a question. If this was the 5-minute time frame, right? What in the world? If we just like pull the fib, right? Pull the fib from low to high, we would say, you know what? Let's retest this support resistance flip into the golden pocket. This is where we're going to look to long. Right? If this is the 5-minute time frame, this would be the day trade setup. If I came to the chart one morning and this was the 5-minute time frame, guess where I would be looking to long that day? From right here. You know? It's the weekly time frame. We have left behind no support. If we lose this support at 40K, what could keep us from coming back down to this zone? What would keep us? Nothing. Right? Plus, think of it also, all the people who are overly leveraged long in this whole zone to the upside, like your boy, right? Long from 37K, right? Can I really not get punished? Can I not get punished? All the people who have high leverage long adding to their positions, trailing their stop losses this whole way, is this really gonna be allowed to go on? Or do we need to have a healthy correction, sweep out the leveraged longs, retest support, and then go into the bull market? What's more probable? I'd say it really is more probable that we eventually see 30K at some point. That's just me. I don't know anything, you know? Alrighty. Alright, guys. We've been on for an hour and a half. I'm gonna head out. I got some things to do. It snowed outside today, so I gotta do some outside stuff. Look, even if you're not religious, I still pray everybody watching and listening is blessed in Jesus' name. May the Lord bless you and protect you. May He shine light upon you. May He have grace upon you. May he turn his face towards you and give you wholeness. And I'll see everybody in the next stream. Peace!